Welcome back. With tomorrow being Halloween, we want to share some spooky stories with you.
Yeah, from historic events to different energies recorded. Dallas Ontiveros joins us live from Thomas Square with more on haunted Honolulu. Good morning, Dallas.
Hey, Kelly and Christine, what a perfect time to just learn about the Hawaii history, and we're going to get right into it right here. Joining us on Take Two, we have Lopaka with Mysteries of Hawaii. Aloha.
Aloha, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on Take Two. So before we get into our story time, I just wanted to ask, what got you into ghost hunting or learning about the history of the Hawaii Islands?
In one word, fate, basically.
Fate. Where did it all start from?
It started on a ghost tour that I went on in 1994. The gentleman who was conducting the ghost tour spoke about things that I'd already learned, except it was backed up by documentation and, history. And that man was Glenn Grant, who eventually became a mentor. And when he passed away, I just continued doing the tours. That's basically how it all started.
And before that tour, did you ever experience anything supernatural or encountered different energies throughout your life that kind of made this fate reality?
All the time. And that was basically the course of my life until I got to sit with a few people, including my mother, who helped me understand that this was a natural function of our Hawaiian universe. And it wasn't anything evil or demonic, but just who we are as a people.
I see. So you told me you've just been busy all year long. You say you did about 5 tours last night, or on average pretty much from 5:30 to 2 in the morning?
Yes. It's
so,
crazy.
Yeah, you've been pretty busy, but what do you think, or what do your guests tell you about your tours? What do you want them to take away from your tours?
Truthfully, from the tours, a lot of people who come end up learning more about themselves than they do about ghosts and spirits. And ghosts can only interact when there's a certain type of energy, and that energy comes from us, from people. And so that's basically the takeaway.
What about items? Do they carry any type of energy?
Actually, they do. So this microphone, if you're the one that handles this thing for 20 years, and unfortunately, if you pass away, a part of you is attached to this thing.
Oh, wow, my DNA.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, you know what? Let's get into the story, because I know there's a bunch of different areas across the islands that have some type of history to it. But here in particular, Thomas Square and Blaisdell Center, what do you know about these areas?
Well, this was part of the old Ward estate, the Ward family. And at Stevenson Intermediate is an old temple of human sacrifice and another one inside Punch Bowl. But in order to prepare the victims for the offering on the sacrificial altar, they would have to drown them, probably the most humane way to do it. And so they would drown them in what is now Kewalo Basin, or inside the pond, which used to be the old Ward estate. Now today, none of that is here, except at the Blaisdell Arena in the duck pond. Security guards and ushers have told me late at night when they're walking past, going back to their cars, they see the apparitions of human bodies floating underneath the water.
Oh, wow.
Probably the remnants of all those poor men who lost their lives in order to be offered to the gods of our culture.
And what time period did that take place at?
Anytime after midnight, and sometimes on a particular moon phase, mostly when we have no moon.
Do we know what era on the timeline?
Usually before pre-contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you say in these tours, people learn more about themselves. Is it just because of just stories they never heard before, or they kind of just look at their own self?
It's mainly because I can't make anything happen on these tours, and I say that right off. And then I truthfully tell them whatever does happen on these tours is actually dependent on the kind of people that show up. And so now they realize if anything does happen, it's because of them, and mainly because of the type of energy they bring or whatever it is that's going on in their personal life. That sort of attracts certain types of energies, and usually that happens on the tour.
This is awesome, because it sounds like this conversation went in a full circle, because you said it's a calling, it's a fate
Right.
that brings people to your tours.
Yes, it is. Oh
Pretty
my God.
much.
Yeah.